Hello there, it's been a little minute, I'm sorry. I feel like I say that once a month lately. I go on these splurges of making videos and then I just have no time to make videos after that. So what I'm gonna do to reconnect, first let's talk about a couple of things that have been going on. So the chickens, remember I got the chickens last time. I rescued them from the... Sorry, the lighting and the sound is great out here, but sometimes a car drives past. So remember I rescued the chickens from the... Not rescue, I didn't break in there and say, quick everyone, like, I went and got some old chickens for like the last couple of years you get them for. They're all like 4 years old. They might live from 4 to 6 is a chicken lifespan. So anyway, I got them and they're all a bit funny and put out and they looked really shitty when I got them. But they're all looking great now. They're getting along well with the other chickens. Fucking, I don't live on a fucking highway. Stupid cars. Anyway, all the chickens are looking healthy. They're all getting along now as well, which is great. Oh, hey chickens. Look at this big... yeah, it's giving me the good vibes. Exactly why we get the old chickens rather than... You can go and spend, you know, $18 a chicken and get like a 1-year-old chook that's going to last, you know, 5-6 years of laying. These ones, you get a good year of laying out of them, and then they usually just age out and die. But they're working out great. Good night, you princes of Maine, you kings of New England. What else has been happening? My potatoes are growing. I planted some potatoes in my last film, so that's awesome. Every potato I planted has started to sprout and flower. They're at 30 days into their 100-day cycle. So at about the 60-day mark, I'll plant some new potatoes, and I may even have perpetual potatoes, living the Australian dream. Anyway, stuff. That's what we're all here for, isn't it? So I've changed some stuff. And I need to rescind the recommendation first. In fact, let's do that first. So I need to rescind my jet beam little key light recommendation. That light sucks. It stopped working on me, and more embarrassingly, I bought them for a couple of friends and they didn't do so well with them either. Similar problem, it just stopped working, stopped charging, just died. Don't know, weird that it happened in a few, it's a sample size, like it's a group now, so. Didn't like that, no good. Sad, I liked the concept. I liked the super light, little super bright light, but it's gone. So I've moved back to, I got a few of these at the same time. So I moved to the Phoenix EO3R, catchy name there. And this one, what pulled me off at the start was you have to hold down the button to turn it on. But that's actually not a problem, really. Hold it down again, you get red light. Hold it down again, it goes off. Hold it down, 1, 2, 3. It's good, it's USB-C charging and it's relatively waterproof, quite rugged. It's doing the job. That's all I carry on an EDC sense. So the stuff on the table right now is mostly just EDC stuff. I'll go through it all bit by bit. Now, the other thing on my keys I've always carried is my little Uncle Bill's sliver gripper tweezers. I'm getting older. Sometimes, you know, actually, this isn't just because I'm getting old. I've always had these. I get these ear hairs right around like this part. Oh, it's so annoying. And once I know one's there, I cannot leave it alone for the rest of the day. So sometimes these aren't the world's best tweezers. They're not like, they've got a pinpoint, but you want those like longer, flatter mouth tweezers to get hairs. But sometimes if I'm pissed off enough about the hair, I can get it out with this, and it's great. Anyway, I've been playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch a lot. It's classic Mega 10. It's like really hard. It's kind of grim. It's a Japanese RPG full of fancy lads trouncing around in, you know, androgynous clothing. Love it. It's hard though. Save your game. You'll die, and it's not like, oh, do you want to go back to your last autosave? It's like, nah, man. How about you go back to the last time that you thought to save?
You didn't think to save, did you dumb fuck?
And you're like, I didn't think to save, and you've lost like an hour and a half of your life. It's like old school brutal, but love it. Wallet wise, I've moved on from my NYX minimalist wallet, which is a great wallet, but it is perhaps a bit too minimalist for me, and the elastic band started to go, well, it lost all its slack, and now it's just a band. But the NYX minimalist wallet is great if you only carry a couple of cards. I carried about 3 cards too many, and so they all ended up stacking on top of each other and wearing each other's bits off of each other. So I went to the optometrist. As you know, I wear glasses, and I replace my glasses fairly often because I'm clumsy and my glasses often end up with little scratches all over them. Anyway, here in Australia, glasses isn't free. Glasses and dentists and like other like massages and things like that are not free. So you can just pay with cash if you want. But what we have is, because I use this stuff enough, we have a private health company that you pay like a bit per month to, and then a few times a year we use it for things like glasses. We use it for things like if you might need a filling. Dental is also, you pay for dental here as well, so you can use it. You can take the edge off of costs of fillings and things like that too. So anyway, I went to the optometrist and my card was so worn that she couldn't swipe it. It was most embarrassing and most inconvenient. So anyway, I've moved on to a slightly bigger wallet. This is the Bellroy. I did some shopping at Bellroy. Thought I'd better counteract the cold steel enjoying I've been doing lately by shopping at one of the more hipstery places online, but they do make pretty nice things. So this Bellroy wallet, I think it's just called the card sleeve or something super boring like that. It's got more space in it, and it separates the cards with walls of insulating leather. And it's also RFID protective, which is, I guess, something that might happen in some places of the world. Do people go around like beeping your cards and stuff? I don't know. Anyway, you've got your driver's license here. You've got 2 bank cards there. When you're at the club and you want to, and the girls next to aren't impressed by your Bitcoin portfolio that you just casually browsing on your phone, you're going to pull this little lever here for the ultimate man card. The Flybuys card. That's right, girl. You and I could go to a discount cruise around far north Queensland anytime thanks to this bad boy. In the back you've got a note, or space for more notes, and you've got more little cards, just protective little area there, and I've got like my healthcare cards and things like that in there. So it's a good little wallet, seems nice, good first impression. A bit more to sit on, but you know what, this was not much to sit on, but it scratched up on my cards. So we're looking for that Goldilocks zone of what can withstand the pressures of my bum. Now, knives. That's probably what you're really wanting to see, isn't it? My knives that I choose to carry most of the time, if I'm not planning to review anything, are my TRM Neutron 2 or my Benchmade 945. So like the smaller 940. Both of these knives are great. I like how this one looks more, but I like how this one performs more. So I've got either a quandary or a great life. I'm going to lean more towards a great life. At the moment, though, I'm reviewing the Civivi Laser, and as you can see, it's been cutting open bags of literal shit and been used in the garden, and the 10CR15 MOV steel is holding up rather well. Feels almost like a 154cm type steel, like it's holding a good long edge, a good long time, and it seems to be quite tough as well because I'm cutting literal dirt with it, and the edge is still sharp. It's not crazy sharp, but it's sharp. It's a front flipper, as is the current styling of the time, and it's designed by Elijah Isham, who is a very colourful chap who makes some very colourful knife designs. Someone explained it best. They said that Elijah knows which rules of knife design you can break without ruining the knife, which is a very sort of intellectual way of saying that he makes odd designs that still work. My son made me this out of like ironable little plastic things. It's an Ada keychain. Look, she's got a little blue eye. You know, how cool is that? Little Ada keychain. I worry somewhat about its long-term durability, but it's just thin and made of plastic, but really like it. It's very cool, isn't it? I might hang it off my man bag, which I'll show you in a second. But before that, a pen, the Schmidt, that's the ink. The Karas Customs EDK is my pen of choice. Love it. It's small, it's compact. It runs on Schmidt P8126 ink, which is my favorite ink. Do you have a favorite ink? In fact, that might not be a silly question. You probably do have a favorite ink. You're watching this channel. But lovely little pen. They're a bit high. They ride a bit high out of the pocket. And some people have reported clicker problems, but not me. But some people have. So best address that. Now, scissors. The bane of the knife guy world. People will always say to you, why don't you just use scissors? And there's a certain truth to that. But scissors are not as fun or as cool as knives. We all know that. But these Victorinox scissors, I tell you what, the basic kitchen kit, the Victorinox Ferox, chef knife, bread knife, and scissors. These will cut your chickens in half. They'll cut open, pretty heavy duty stuff. They're really well made, quite sharp, really good sort of very little space between these two blades. Really well done scissors. And all these Victorinox tools, they're all under 50 Australian dollars. And you go to a wedding, get them these 3 Victorinox things, and it'll be the best thing you get anyone all year. Now, moving on. That's all the stuff on the table. Oh, my phone's an iPhone 11. There it is. So let's get this bag out. So this little bag here is I'm experimenting with the idea of an EDC bag, because I do have an extended EDC. And it's not as nerdy as it sounds, right? So open it up. Like an extended EDC, it's something like, it's a hat. This is a little woolen beanie. I actually bought this from an Instagram ad that actually turned out to be quite good. Zarali beanie it is. It's just made of proper wool in Sydney. It's like $80, but that's what you have to pay if you want an Australian to make your things anymore. We're so selfish, aren't we? Wanting good wages for our bloody nigga. Now, super dry sunnies. They're in the sunglasses compartment of this little bag, which is right at the front, and it's kind of soft, so it won't scratch up your sunnies. Super dry sunnies with arbitrary Japanese writing all over them. The perfect sunnies for the weeb who plays Shin Megami Tensei 5. Tensei. Mega 10, who knows. Alright, moving back into the larger portion of the bag. So we've got some isocol. This is my hand sanitizer of choice. It's just a rubbing alcohol. It doesn't have those gels in it that some of the shops you go into, it should be a crime to have sticky, feels like not just normal sex lube, but the sex lube for the adventurous people. You're like, whoa, when is this stuff going to rub off or rub in? Which is something you wouldn't want if it was a sex lube, but you definitely do want if it's a hand wash. Anyway, isocol is my choice for that. The Victorinox Swiss tool is my multi-tool of choice. I carry this often around the block. It is fairly bomb-proof. I've left this out in the weather more times than I should admit, and it's still nice and shiny. The pliers are great. It's got a couple of good little indispensable tools on it. Watch my full review if you want to know about the Swiss tool. Multi-tool reviews tend to go on a bit. The Immolent LD70 Mini EDC is my looking around the yard at night light. It goes up to 4,000 lumens if you double tap it, but generally I'm just rolling with it at either 200 or 900 lumens, and it's great little EDC light. You can watch my review on it. I just think it looks awesome as well. That's why I got it. It looks so cool. Anyway, I have a headlight as well. This is when I'm crawling around in my loft in my roof space. Put some storage up in my roof space. Put some boards down so you can store things in the attic, which is great. Little door up to it and everything, very cool. So this is my light for navigating that. In a headlamp, I want light. And not light, I want weight light. Lightweight. I've had those headlamps before with the battery pack on the back and the big old thing. You feel like such a plonker. You feel like you're going deep sea diving or something, and you could have all the bright light in the world. I just want less light, but with more ease of carry. And this is fine. It's just 3 settings, goes up to 280 lumens. AirPods. So I walk Ada a lot, and I listen to a podcast. Usually I listen to about an hour and a half podcast, and that's how long the walk goes for. So I do that most mornings. And AirPods are good. These were my wife's, and these got washed a few times. So these are on the way out, because sometimes they just click off. Now, I am not an audio expert. I like this concept though. I like the wireless, I like the little charging port. But if you know some good ones that will work well with an iPhone 11, then please let me know in the comments, because I'm open to not spending $300 on this again. So, you know, I'd be keen on that. I'd give that about a B, just getting some normal other wireless headphones. So let me know. Now, back pocket here, I've got, this is just my technology pocket. I've got a power bank. So this is the Xiaomi 20,000. I got it from this company, Kogan, a weird company in Australia called Kogan. I don't know if you have Kogan anywhere else. I watched a couple of reviews and apparently this is a good one. So again, these are really hard things to have, a bit like headlamps. Headlamps, power banks, tire inflators, they're just so hard to have like an interesting take on. But anyway, it'll charge my phone nice and quickly. And you charge your phone probably 5 or 6 times before it goes dead. So that's that. So that's my extended EDC in this little Bellroy bag. Oh, and I'm sure you're gonna ask, may as well get ahead of it. The Bellroy bag will hold 1 onion, 2, 3, 4, 5 onions, pretty comfortably, and still zip up. So just so I don't make a second video on that. Oh yeah, as you may have noticed, I'm a slight fan of the Berserk property, I guess. So I've been getting these, I'm just getting them bit by bit. These are like the hardback compilations of the volumes of the manga of it. So they're pretty well done. They're you know, they're $50 each or something, but they're nice big sort of hard leather bound deluxe editions. You know, it's got each one's probably got 3 volumes. So yeah, the best way to look at it is probably the first 1, 2, 3, 4 is probably the Golden Age, and then 5, 6, and 7 I think is the Conviction arc, and then 8, 9, and 10 I think is the Fantasia arc, but I'm not sure. I've only got up to 6, but I've got 7 and 8 in the post, and I've pre-ordered 9. 10 is coming out in January, I think. So there's that as well. That's the other thing I've been doing. She's an inside doggy now, aren't you, Ada? Aren't you? Who's an inside doggy, hey? Who sleeps on the rug all day, hey? Who sleeps on the rug all day? I do. I've perturbed her. What are you gonna do now?